Hello, 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 and welcome to the CUP Ringside, where we always give you the best seat in the house for all of your wrestling needs. And today we are giving you something so fun, so special. We all are excited about it. And so we're going to talk about it. But first, I am Lana, your resident evil diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea per almost got my own intro. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am drinking a little bit of water here, and I was not drinking out of my cup mug, but you could get your cup mug at LanaGsCreations.etsy.com, where the link will be in the description below. And I see y'all out there getting y'all cup mugs. I appreciate you. Work, work, work. I see you. They come in very, very soon. But get your cup merch, period.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lewis. Very excited to get some new additions to Lewis Thorpe's NXT.
Not the Donovan Erasure, not my baby.
not the Paul Heyman reference. Holy crap. Paul Heyman SmackDown.
Donovan as my wise man.
Okay. All right.
I'm just making all the Paul Heyman references. Donovan is the advocate to me. I'm drinking milkshake, strawberry milkshake at that. It's about like it.
All right.
And hello, everybody. It's Brooke, the Brooke Hogan of the Cup. In this case, it's General Manager Brooke Hogan. And I'm so excited to make Raw the best show that we possibly can, because we're going to get all your favorites. Well, we're going to get 10 of your favorites. And they're going to come to Raw. And, 10 of your favorites are probably going to go to SmackDown. And, 10 of your favorites are probably going to go to NXT. And somebody's going to randomly grab Akira Tozawa. And it's going to be great. But Raw's going to win. And that's all I have to say about that.
I'm Amy at the Killer Queen on Twitter. Despite what both NXT and Raw say, SmackDown, the A show, is here to snatch all your faves and snatch everybody's wigs in the process. So we're here to eat.
Yeah, well, you know what it is. It's GM West, so I'm wearing the glasses. And I can tell you this, only one show has 3 hours, and it's the best show. It's Raw, and we're going to make some Raw deals tonight, and we're going to come out on top. That's all I got to say. Let's get into some wrestling.
I don't know about nobody else, but the Blue Brand is literally killing it tonight. So I guess we'll let y'all.
I don't know about all of that. Talking all this stuff about 3 hours, I think it's time to save people from a drag of a show like Raw. So I'm very excited to look into their roster, and but also that Blue Brand kind of got some cute people.
We don't have nothing over here that you want. It's okay.
You're so accurate. So right. Didn't want a damn person off SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
but when I snatch Liv, then what, Brooke?
I mean, when you snatch Liv, that's going to be your choice. I will say.
And she will be on a better brand thing.
You know what? She'll just have to live with an inferior brand like SmackDown, and that's going to be okay.
We're going to be brawn breaking ourselves into a nice number one.
If I was wearing pearls, I would be clutching them right now. How dare?
I will just say this, as you all probably figured out by now, we're drafting. It's a draft coming up this week and wait, the draft starts on where? The A show, SmackDown. We started where we know is everybody watching anyway, because ain't nobody watching 3 hours of Raw no more. We got an hour or two in our life, and then we tune it out. So they didn't have time to start it with the B show. They need to start it with the A show, so people will be interested to watch the B show.
There's less people on the SmackDown pool because nobody wants to show up, so they're going on Monday.
And I mean, let's be honest, we can all agree on this, okay? Maybe Raw and SmackDown A show, B show doesn't matter. NXT isn't getting any draft picks.
I'm about to say.
Oh, that's definitely the C show. There's no arguing. C show.
You can see yourself out and be lucky that we're letting.
I'm about to say, I know NXT ain't talking and getting involved in this situation where they got nobody. Let's keep that apart. Okay.
Yo, how many people are you gonna be losing, Lewis? You think? Maybe like 10, maybe like 5. It's a good
All I
question.
know is I'm not losing. Whoop that trick.
That is true.
You are losing Ilya though.
But yes, we are here. We are doing our own version of our draft here at the Cup Ringside. It's all in good fun. We all know this is just good fun, but it'd be lovely to see how accurate we are with the actual draft that happens if we get the people on the shows that that actually going to get drafted. But if you have your own drafts and your own draft picks, you know what to do. Leave them in the comments below. Tell us who you pick. What show would you set up your favorite show and let us know where you want each superstar to go in this shakeup. Give us your thoughts. Also, while you're doing all of that, subscribe to this channel. We appreciate you watching, but we need more subscribers to get everybody into the algorithm. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave some comments. Let us know what you think. Also, if you're a fan of Drag Race or drag, we got the Cup Pod where you can go and subscribe there. A fan of reality TV, the Cup TV, subscribe there. And a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, the Cup ESC, go subscribe there also. We got some great content coming out along all 4 channels. And if you want to join our membership channel, go to the Cup Pod, hit the join button, get exclusive content and early access across all 4 channels. And same thing if you want to join our Patreon instead, and you're not a fan of YouTube membership, go to Patreon. Same early access, same exclusive content across all 4 brands. So we did our, if you hadn't seen us do our wheel, we did that on the A show, laying the SmackDown here on the Cup Ringside, and we came up with our order, and NXT is going to get the first pick.
I mean, when you're at the bottom, giving them at least a semi-shot to do okay, you know? Yeah. It's like letting the little brother play video games with you, even though the controller's not plugged in. You let them think they're doing something.
You know, you just turn on assist mode, let them have smart steering on like they're playing Mario Kart.
Wait, so can we start?
Oh, well, yeah. Lewis.
All that shit.
All that. NXT, you got your first pick. Who are we picking?
Hold on, let me put on my reading glasses.
Oh.
Cool. Yes. So, Brooke, Wes, you're off the hook for now. No, I'm kidding, you're not. All right, we're going for someone from the Raw brand. Someone who is no stranger to NXT. We feel like they've got lost in the shuffle on Mondays, need to return to their kingdom, if you will. The first pick for NXT, the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Thank you.
Lord. I'm not going to. All right. The NXT have drafted Shinsuke Nakamura.
Not mad at it. I'm glad it wasn't one of ours. So,
absolutely.
I
will let you do the honors.
So our number 1 draft pick was never in question. We were basically agreed upon it the moment we realized the draft was coming. We will be anticipating a storm, you know? So SmackDown very proudly drafts Jade Cargill as our very first draft pick.
Absolutely. We were not giving y'all a chance.
No.
To take the storm.
Our foot is on your necks. No, you can't take Jade. Thank you.
You cannot. You cannot. Thank you. Thank you, Amy.
Oh wow. Wow, it looks like we're in a tough spot here, Wes. I mean, they took somebody who was not even on our list and somebody who was relatively low on our list. It's such a shame, isn't it? See, what you all are failing to remember is that this is a draft. And something that you learn when you play a lot of card games and a lot of board games is sometimes you have to hate draft your friends. And sometimes you have to take something that's going to cut them a little deep, a little early, to establish yourself as the A show, which is why we got the Netflix deal and y'all didn't. So, Wesley, we're getting a former women's champion as our first draft pick. Are we not?
Yeah, so, we were looking at our draft and we had to look at our priorities. And of course, we now have a new women's champion. But, we've heard a lot of complaints on the Raw roster that there aren't enough challengers for the women's champion on the Raw roster. Rhea had to deal with this for a while. So we thought to ourselves, what woman could we draft that would be a great threat to our recent women's champion? And what were we thinking, Brooke?
Well, we're thinking that it needs to have somebody who's she's going to light up the room because she's going to make you feel the glow. We're going to be drafting Naomi.
All right. Huh. I mean, that's
interesting.
lovely.
Interesting.
Well, that was lovely. I mean, Naomi was definitely on the list,
Mm-hmm.
but she wasn't that right.
She
there.
wasn't
what
at the top for us.
right. We were kind of anticipating because see, we played chess while a lot of y'all are playing checkers. And we knew that y'all was gonna try to come for the girlies that we just like and the girlies who are in our hearts. And I knew that. And so I was prepared for y'all to do something like that. That sounds correct. But we move. The second round. Go ahead.
So check our war room. Just want to confirm that this is what we're doing. Okay. So y'all can go as much as you want. And you're muted, Lana. I don't know if you're saying anything. But y'all can go for Naomi if you want. And yes, she is a formidable.
I forgot. We changed the plans. We can't.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So our first male draft pick is not someone that we can currently pick, which I forgot to think about. But our second draft pick is definitely a formidable force within WWE, and I think can only go up from here and will be headed to the main title picture immediately. So with that said, SmackDown proudly drafts Gunther.
Yes, we do. We do. All right.
Well. I mean,
so,
Gunther would have been a lovely addition to stay on Monday Night Raw. He's had such a great time here, but he can do some good things on SmackDown. He can do what he's gonna do over there. No big loss, because I think we're gonna keep someone here on Monday Night Raw, because we're gonna be the first person to keep someone on our show. Because the draft is, as much as we talk about switching brands, it's also about keeping people on the brand that they're already on. And there's somebody on Raw that is going to be a crucial player in the next year of this program. So, Wes, who are we taking?
Yeah, you could definitely say that he will be very crucial in a lot of our main events. And that is most certainly we're going to have to keep Jey Uso on Raw.
Yeet!
Yeet!
All right. Raw had their turn. SmackDown, we're looking at you now. This is someone who has never had a tenure in NXT, but is quite a veteran. And we feel, we meaning myself and Donovan that he could actually benefit from a run on the black and gold brand. This was quite a wild card. But for our second pick, NXT drafts the almighty Bobby Lashley. Thank you.
Bobby.
Wow.
Bobby.
Good choice.
Bobby.
Sorry. Good choice. I don't know why I'm bringing everybody in here.
And
Well-
just force a habit, you know? I mean, at this point, I mean, you got to bring everybody in here to acknowledge the almighty Bobby Lashley heading to NXT. I mean, surely it's going to give him some sort of direction, which is more than what we can say SmackDown's done for him this year. But
That's true.
our next pick is...
But, you know, that
a
kind
little
of
important,
brings us
you know?
to our next pick because they will be headed in an entirely new direction because of most recent events. And we want to make sure that those new events are going to be happening on Raw, on the brand to be. And who is that, Brooke?
Well, you could say he's a little bit of a technical master, if you will. Truly one of the most talented wrestlers on the planet, and he's going to be the Intercontinental Champion very soon. It's your guy, Chad Gable. Just Chad Gable, not all of Alpha Academy, just Chad Gable.
That's a fair choice.
Nice gowns, beautiful gowns, you know?
I mean, he's going to do wonderful.
He's going to do great things for the second half of the third hour when nobody's really paying attention anymore and has fallen asleep.
He's going to do great. He's great. He's going to turn into a
Great
great
choice, Raw.
Great heel for you guys.
But I will say SmackDown is here to shake the table. And
Absolutely.
so
I have to do this one. Can I do this?
go for it. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. So we have, you know, take some things from Raw. We have shaken the table with Raw. And NXT came for us. So we got to come for you. NXT, we looking at you. And we about to bring in Carmelo Hayes. We bringing him in. We snatching him up. We want him. We got him. Thank you, NXT. We appreciate you for your service, but you're done. Time is up. It's over. Thank you.
It's a chop.
Yep. I forgot who's next. Who's next? NXT? Is NXT actually next? I don't remember who. I don't remember the order. Okay. Yep. NXT. Yep.
Go ahead, Lewis.
I'm on mute. That stung so much I forgot to unmute. Clearly, me and Donovan now need to start protecting our brand. So we too shall be drafting one of our own. We talk about Carmelo Hayes. I think this person, if we are leaving Carmelo to the main roster, well, who are we kidding? NXT is the main roster. We gotta draft someone who we think maybe could be a placeholder for what Carmelo was when he was in NXT. He's a very fresh new talent in NXT, but he is killing it. Myself and Donovan draft Javon Evans to NXT.
I'm
And the
mad.
singing continues.
I'm fuming.
What I first have to congratulate our friends over on NXT. That was a brilliant piece of protection used for such a brilliant and budding prospect. I know that he will do wonderful things and continue to do wonderful things on the NXT brand. And you know what? Maybe a little bit more time in developmental won't certainly hinder his career. So
Yeah, we would have loved to have Mr. Bouncy on our show. I'm not gonna lie, but
he is bouncy.
But you can protect one, but you can't protect them both, Lewis. And it is time for us to raid NXT because we haven't done it yet. So this man is arguably the top dragon in NXT, if you will. One could say he's a bit mad talented. Wes, who are we taking? I feel like the people know.
Yeah, we're taking the Czar. We have to take Ilya here, and so that is immediately our snap decision.
Bye.
Yeah, that made sense.
It sure does.
Because yeah, he was bound to get snapped up. So that makes sense, Ross. Good on you. I'm gonna let Amy do this next.
Honestly, this is just a follow-up and an insurance policy at this point because the money is being printed as we speak. We are going to draft the amazing Bianca Belair and secure our future women's tag team champs.
All right. What I'm going to do, and Donovan's not going to like this, I'm going to overrule our order slightly, ever so slightly. I'm going to be the first person on the draft today to draft a tag team. Now, granted, only one of them is currently active. He's kind of been killing it on his solo run, but when they do reunite, they're going to be reuniting under the black and gold. NXT drafts the Viking Raiders.
Well, you drafted Ivar and Eric's injured neck, so good job, Lewis. 10 out of 10. So I got to be a little bit shady. Yeah.
Now listen, I can't be mad though because Ivar's killing it. Ivar is killing it.
He's doing great. He was on our theoretical 21 through 30 area, so whatever. It sounds cool. But y'all are just leaving these men coming out of NXT on the table right now. Sure. Y'all took Mello. Awesome. He's going to do some cool things on the Blue Brand, maybe, if they decide to book him. And Lewis, you took a guy who's had 2 matches on TV. Awesome. Thrilled for you. But you really just left the guy who ran that brand for 2 years just sitting there, and I'm shocked.
But you know what, Brooke? It's because in Lewis's heart, Lewis knows that this person needs to go to Raw and that he'll do his best work on Raw. And of course, we are talking about what will be the future of the WWE, Braun Breaker. Will also be drafted to Raw.
Let's go, Wolf Dogs. We're not drafting Baron Corbin, just Braun Breaker.
That one stings a little bit. Just go say just a tiny bit. But we move.
I mean, it did sting. I'm sorry, it hurt. It hurt just a little bit.
He was on the SmackDown Dream Team, but it's okay. I think our next move for SmackDown is also to secure the future of tag team wrestling. And so we will be drafting to SmackDown the Street Profits.
Absolutely. Thank you. And good night.
Oh, is it us again? I thought it was Lewis.
It'd be me now. It would be me, yes. Gosh, production does not want NXT to get another pick.
Absolutely right. We don't. I don't.
All right. Okay, I shall be consulting my list. All right. here at NXT, we are very proud of our women's division. And honestly, we think our roster on the women's side is pretty stacked. So we are very shocked that not a single NXT woman has been drafted thus far. But alas, Lewis and Donovan's NXT proudly selects the Baze, Shayna Baszler. Thank you.
Interesting choice. Not mad at it, but interesting choice. You know, gorgeous gowns, beautiful gowns, but like, you know, whatever. I just think it's really fun. I like we're just getting everyone we wanted tonight. We haven't missed a single pick yet.
This is true. And you know what? This has been a very productive night for Raw so far, but we're gonna have to continue that train. You know, of course, Lewis noted that no woman in NXT has been drafted yet, but we're gonna still have to hold the brakes because we need to secure the women on our brand right now because we are looking at that new women's championship held by Becky Lynch. And if we're already going to have Naomi, we might want some other really killer women to be able to continue threatening for that title. And without further ado,
you did not think that I am going to leave Liv Morgan off of Raw. I'm sorry. I strong-armed Wes into one pick. This is the one pick I have strong-armed him into. We are keeping Liv Morgan on Raw. She is going to be Women's World Champion in the next 2 months, and it's going to be delightful. So thank you all for coming to our TED Talk.
Was that pick number 5, Wes?
Well. I don't. Yeah, that was 5.
Okay. Okay. Just
no.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pick it. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Just right at 5. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought. Wes definitely lost. Wes and I had a bet that Brooke would not be able to be stopped from picking Liv Morgan below 5th place. So I find it very fun that regardless, Brooke took Wes kicking and screaming to pick Liv at number 5. Amazing. Let's see, Lana. I'll leave it up to you. What we were talking about, different things, but I'll let you make the final decision here. What you think is best?
I
still think the one I said.
Yeah, I kind of think the
one you said is.
Yeah, I think okay. We'll do the one you said, and then we'll come back and do the one I said if that first.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So, with trying to keep our women's division strong, we will be picking up a golden child, if you must say, and coming back shortly from injury will be Charlotte Flair.
It's interesting we mentioned injury. We also have someone that is currently sidelined that is due a return very shortly. I assume. Someone who we believe can go on to do great things and is due a main roster run in about a few years' time. NXT is proud to keep Wesley.
I don't know who's next, so
I believe it would be us. Yes.
okay.
So, for the record, Liv Morgan was drafted at pick number 6 for Monday Night Raw. That would have been Naomi, Jey Uso, Chad Gable, Ilya Dragunov.
Shocked. Okay, Wes, I will give it to you. Hold on. Let me do it real quick. Hold on. Because I really thought he was not going to be able to keep it away from Brooke. So, kudos
Amy,
to you.
I want you to know, and I will send the deets after this, but on our tentative list going into tonight, Liv was in 4th. So I want you to know it took some last-minute digging.
That worked. It's fine. It's fine. But regardless,
now,
off topic. We're back on topic
now. To get back on topic, really quickly, I do have to congratulate Lewis. I would also want to keep me for NXT. I think that's always a great choice.
See,
as Wesley is obviously the most talented. And so seeing him come back from injury and be a champion will be perfect. But, Lewis, I have to call you out because you did say that no NXT woman had been drafted, and this was an NXT woman for the longest time, and we missed her coming up just by a hair, but we have to grab her now that she's available for the red brand.
It's Tiffy time!
It is Tiffy time on Raw.
Tiffany Stratton coming to Monday nights.
Please, y'all can have her. I did not want her.
Okay,
Y'all took
Lana.
Charlotte. You think we wanted Charlotte?
I don't think you wanted Charlotte, but I think that she is a big money pickup. So whether I like her or not is irrelevant. I think she's going to do good things. She's going to come back and go on a tear. I'll leave it up to you, Lana. You know what I want to do, and you've expressed your concerns. So whatever you think needs to be done is what's going to be done.
What we're going to do is we're going to pick the person who I wanted to pick, who I think has the best theme song in WWE history. And I would never, ever, ever turn my back on the bloodline at all. So we are picking Solo Sikoa to continue with the bloodline story here on SmackDown. And yeah, look, we want the entire bloodline. I don't know if we could do that. I want Paul Heyman. I want Solo. I want Tonka. I want all the bloodline. So period. We're picking the bloodline. That's it.
The bloodline.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. If
we have to specify a tag team of the bloodline, I would consider Solo and Tama to be a package deal in that sense. But yeah, we'll argue about it if need be.
But we're picking the bloodline. If anybody has any objections, place it in the chats or whatever. But we want the entire bloodline to come, who is on SmackDown, to stay on SmackDown. Thank you.
I do not object.
As you shouldn't.
Quite frankly, if NXT drafted the bloodline, half the NXT roster would be dead. Right. We're going to it's interesting. All this talk about factions. I see a little faction over on the Raw brand. I know one of them can't be drafted as per rules, as they do hold the World Heavyweight Championship. Give us a Dirty Dominic.
That is such a shady move, Lewis. Like, realistically, let's be real.
Wow.
Lana, you know what to do. What you were saying you wanted, do it, baby.
Okay, yes. Because I was nervous that we were about to let this slip away from our little fingers. And I don't want to do that. Because Lewis was talking about nobody's coming for the NXT women. And I was like,
Hold on. Per turn order, is it your turn?
I think so, right? Y'all got to tell me because I lost count a long time ago. And that's why I was like.
A lot of the last few rounds has just been Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
Has it been? See, that's what y'all got to tell me. Like, that's not it. Like, hit me up and tell me because I lost count a long time ago.
No worries.
Whose time is it?
I believe it is the Monday Nighters.
You think so?
Well.
Oh, how sad
it's
for
surprise to me too.
Dark-sided, Lewis.
Lewis,
Dark-sided.
you just start talking to tell me that.
You set us up. You set us up.
Because if they take who I think they're about to take from us, I swear to God, Lewis, I'm coming for your neck.
It's not your pick, Lana. To use a Ric Flair quote. Regardless, it is the pick of Monday Night Raw. And, we will allow the pick of the Bloodline, the entirety of the Bloodline, because we would like the same grace returned to us, because we will also be drafting a collective faction that we think is going to be is full of future top stars that could redefine tag team wrestling and also maybe put a nice challenge to that Intercontinental Championship down the road. So Monday Night Raw will be stealing from Friday nights and taking
Legado del Fantasma in its entirety. So,
which is Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, Santos Escobar, and who's the other girl? I forget her name.
Hold on, that would be Latin World Order.
No.
Legado...
Sorry, not them. We're taking Berto and Garza. Sorry, Berto, Angel, all of them. That fun stuff. LDF.
Yes. Thank you, Lewis. Good correction.
NXT drafts LWO. No. No, we do not draft LWO. Gosh. Donovan, apologies. I kind of just did my own thing by drafting Dirty Dom. You can have it out on me when we record who's next. Returning to our list, it is interesting that you took. Hold on. It's not my turn.
I'm so confused behind this whole thing. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, do what we were planning to do, Lana. Because, child, we're lucky. Okay.
I was just saying, because I was about to lose my mind and we lost.
Honestly, you taking them off SmackDown would not be a problem for us, because when they come on wrestle, we run out of stuff to say very quickly. And it's not that they're not good wrestlers, but
yeah. Good job. Good job.
Good job, bro.
Raw. We appreciate you taking them off our hands. We appreciate that.
Period.
But we are going to, because like I was saying before, we want to pick somebody, and Lewis was complaining that nobody is taking the NXT women. Oh wait, never mind, because we can't take her because she's a champion. I just thought about it.
Lana!
I just thought about it. Like, she's a champion.
You ain't getting my Roxy. You ain't getting my Roxy.
That's okay.
Hey, hold on. We need a war room real quick then. Okay, hold on.
It's okay because there's somebody else I want. But go ahead. Tell me who you think it. Because, ooh. Oh. Oh, yep.
Do it, baby.
Because we talk about factions, and we keeping factions together if we want to, and everybody's allowed to keep a faction together if they want a faction together. So we go keep our women together because we see a feud happening in the future, and so Damage Control will be taking on SmackDown. Thank you very much. Thank you. We will take Damage Control.
Come on home, baby. Stay here. Mama's waiting.
Good pick. All right. Consulting our list. I was going to say, it's interesting that a Mr. Chad Gable got drafted earlier on his own, because me and Big Donovan had previously discussed the possibilities of an Alpha Academy being split up. And we had already decided that we wanted a certain member of the Alpha Academy on their own, not Chad Gable. But one Otis is coming to NXT.
Okay, so apparently we have lost Otis. I'm in tears. I'm so sad. You can tell by I'm so very sad about that. I don't care.
Listen, we would actually love to send Otis to NXT. I know that Ortiz can do great things on his own. I'm glad he's going to get his own opportunity, and I'm very happy to see him gain some more development on our developmental brand.
Wes, can we go to the war room real quick? I have a thought.
Yeah.
All right.
So, it's locked in.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of raids on NXT, and we thought about giving him a break, and we were gonna pick somebody else, but no, it's just too much fun to steal from NXT, isn't it? So, stealing from NXT, a man who has already been to the main roster once, under a different name, but he went back to NXT, and he's had so many incredible matches with so many great people, and I think it's about time we get a big, tall guy on Monday nights again. So, Wes, who are we taking?
Yeah, we're going to take Dijak. Just a fantastic person in NXT, and will be an even more fantastic member of our Raw roster.
Yeah, he will. He's Dijacked, baby. Let's go!
So... I'm gonna bring Amy in because it is your pick, but I am aware that Lana has.
Yeah, she's having some technical difficulties. I think us taking damage control
really
set something in the universe, and you choosing Otis just like turned the earth on its axis. Like such an incredible choice, Lewis. Wow, NXT is really just winning this draft.
Shall we hold fire? Shall we do like a little? What do we want to do? Shall we just bring everyone in for the time being until Lana comes back, or do you want to? Are you ready? I don't know if you want to wait for Lana.
I'm ready, but if we want to wait, it's okay to wait.
No worries.
We could just pause here.
Yeah, let's pause. Let's bring Brooke and Wes in.
Well, SmackDown, you are on the clock, but I will tell
No,
you
we're
right now.
not. We already know what we're doing.
Yeah. I will just say right now, though. Guaranteeably, you are not going to get third place in this draft.
Listen, I want to throw out some things. First of all, Lewis, I want to say that you've done an excellent job representing the wants of NXT and not just the wants of Lewis. So that has been incredible, to like actually see some real people who need to go to NXT.
Realistic NXT picks.
Right.
Yeah.
That
has been great.
No, you're eating it up. I'm hamming it up, but I actually really enjoy your picks, Lewis.
No, I think all three of us, all three rosters have been
I will say
that could be going these shows.
I will say the Dirty Dom was probably a bit more like.
Well,
honestly,
but you have precedence. He's been a North American champion, so he can come back down and do it again. I mean, because obviously he'll just beat Obafemi. He'll just beat him.
Right.
It makes so much sense. But no, in all reality, I can see it. But no, I mean, actually, while we're just sitting here, though,
Lana
Brooke,
is here.
I know that you've been keeping the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Do we want to do a little bit of a review of what we've drafted?
I will say we only have 5 picks remaining, so I feel like that could be a nice.
It's halfway. We're halfway.
Yeah, we're halfway, totally. No, I feel like we just keep it going. Let SmackDown get their next pick. Let them.
Let's do it. All right. Lana, update. Raw just selected Dijak.
Good choice. Good choice. Okay. I think
Your mic is very loud right now, Lana. I don't know what's different. But it's like very loud.
All right. Well, is it our turn? Is it SmackDown's turn?
Yes, it is.
Yes, we had paused. If you want, we can take.
It's still recording. It's still recording.
I know, but we paused at like the 42-minute mark. We waited for you. So.
So like we've not selected anyone since you've been gone, basically.
Cool.
Lana and I have talked about this. And yes, we've dealt with some technical errors and we've been on the clock, but that is okay. Lana and I have decided that we will be drafting the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Absolutely.
Good pick. Good pick. Right then. All right, it's time to consult my list. We're going to go for another women because we at NXT can't have enough women. The women are the biggest selling point of NXT right now, I believe. We have someone who we believe has been lost in the shuffle on the main roster just a little bit. We think that they could be a worthy contender for our current reigning NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez. NXT selects Michin Mia Yim. Michin Mia Yim coming to NXT.
You are actually kidding.
Hey, you know what? I am very happy to watch Michin gain some notoriety on the roster.
For
NXT.
the record, all of last night, when we were prepping our list, I was trying to convince Wes to draft Mia Yim to Raw, and he told me no over and over and over again, and I'm so unbelievably mad.
I am so excited to see Michin go to the gold brand. Lewis, I did it for you. Remember me. But I'm glad to see Michin leave. But of course, that leaves our next pick to be maybe the most important one of them all, being this is our last pick. Is that right?
This is our last pick, and this is definitely someone that we want to kind of make a bit of a just nod. Now, to be clear, originally, when we were prepping our list, this was going to be Javon Evans, but we can no longer do that. So I think we need to war room for just a second, because there is a few people I have in mind that would be a really good replacement for Javon Evans, even though it's Javon Evans, he's great.
All right, so we are on the clock. It is how it is.
Mm-hmm. No, Wesley, we do not.
All right. Well, before we do our last pick, I do have to give a tentative shout out because I will not be able to confirm who I want for my last pick, but I have to consent them out. A part of the reason why I felt so strongly about grabbing Legado del Fantasma and what I wanted, which was Dragon Lee, is because I am tired of that lucha blackballer over on SmackDown taking away opportunity after opportunity after opportunity from luchas in the WWE. But unfortunately, just like always, Dragon Lee is going to get substituted at the last minute. And so instead, we are going to be looking where, bro?
Well, the funny part is he was a substitution for a substitution, and now he's getting substituted. But with an eye towards the future, our final pick will be from NXT. I tried to convince Wes to draft this lady all night, but I guess he has lost the will to fight me on it anymore. Our final pick will be snatching the soul of everyone, all the women on Monday Night Raw. Sol Ruca coming to Monday Night Raw.
Good choice. I like her. Good choice.
I love her. She's great.
Is it us or is it NXT before I start?
It is you all. It is you all.
Okay.
Okay. Funny because Michin was also on our short list, so not a bad pick whatsoever. I honestly think her taking a little time in NXT would be really great right now. But for our last pick, we have gone with an exciting, promising return the shameful thing, Lobster Head. We love you, Sheamus. We are proud to have Sheamus come on over to the SmackDown brand and bring that renewed, restful energy back to the roster. Let's see what you got this year, Sheamus.
And I want him away from certain someone who decides to call him fat. So sorry, Drew. I love you, and I love the trolling you. But don't be doing that to Sheamus because
let's not body shame. Honestly, he looks really fucking good. He came back and I was like, hi, Zaddy. Like, okay. So yeah, at the end of the day, he's a
Sheamus. Work.
Okay. Since this is last pick, there are a few different directions I could go right now. And since I am going last, I'm going to shout people out that I could consider, and then make my decision. I could bring in Dexter Lumis. He's kind of been lost in the shuffle. We haven't seen him on TV for a while. I could bring in Apollo Crews. What happened to that? He came to NXT one time, got a bit of a character change, whatnot. It was a terrible character change. Didn't really work for him. Akira Tozawa, he's available right now. There's that tag team with.
Who you picking, Lewis?
I'm just like saying
all of us we all did our picks. We ain't do all these shout outs to who we could have picked.
Brooke shouted out Dragon Lee.
Oh, well, hold on. Hold on. Me and Amy, we could have picked Randy Orton. We could have picked Kevin Owens, and we could have picked.
I'm just saying there's a lot, but I mean, there's Ashanti and Cedric, but my final pick for NXT goes to the most dominant, destructive force on the main roster right now. Odyssey Jones, welcome back to NXT.
Not even mad at it. Great choice. Woo! And also, for the record, Wesley shouted out Dragon Lee, not me. Thank you very much.
Oh.
So
I'm screaming.
We have drafts. Y'all, we have officially drafted our rosters. I do have them all in front of me if we want a quick rundown.
Please go through them.
All right. So starting off with our people over at NXT, in order from first drafted to last drafted, NXT has taken Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Lashley, Javon Evans, the Viking Raiders, Shayna Baszler, Wes Lee, Dominic Mysterio, Otis, Mia Yim, and Odyssey Jones. All of those people heading back to Yellow, or going to Yellow if you're Bobby Lashley for the first time. SmackDown, Lana and Amy have selected the Storm Jade Cargill, Daring General and future King of the Ring, Gunther, Carmelo Hayes, the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, one of the best tag teams on the planet, the Street Profits.
Period.
Charlotte Flair. The Bloodline, which is everyone...
Acknowledge them!
You all know who's in the Bloodline. Damage Control, which you do get to keep everybody there, so congrats. Congrats on that. I wish we had Asuka, but well. AJ Styles, and of course, a shameful thing, Lobster Head himself, Sheamus. And then, of course, Raw. We have drafted... King. Y'all really did. You did really great. I can't even lie. Raw has drafted The Glow, Naomi, Main Event Jey Uso, Master Chad Gable, the Tsar Ilya Dragunov, Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan on her revenge tour, of course, Tiffy Time, Tiffany Stratton, the entirety of Legado del Fantasma, Dijak, and of course, the Soul Snatcher, Sol Ruka.
They're really good though.
Great.
I forgot you took Gunther. I was like considering.
We also had a couple of sleepers that we were considering.
I was considering Ludwig as soon as you said Gunther.
We were considering Ricochet. We were considering New Day.
Yes.
And Kevin Owens as well. But I had a feeling that they were not necessarily top grabs for other people within that spot, and that they're more likely to stay on SmackDown regardless. So
that was the same reason we didn't take Sheamus. That was the reason we didn't take Drew McIntyre. That was the reason we didn't take Andrade. And that was also the reason we didn't take Nia Jax. We kind of figured they would probably stay on Raw. We got 3 out of 4 of them right. We gambled and lost Sheamus.
I'm glad me and Donovan had the intuition to keep Javon, knowing that you had Javon shortlisted.
Yes, absolutely.
So mad because Wes and I, we were literally it was the third name we came up with last night was Javon Evans, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, we were hoping to draft Ilya and Javon Evans and have them go into a feud on Raw after their match, but very happy to see him stay in the developmental sector. He will do fantastically there. So.
He is the future of this company.
Absolutely.
Like none of us are on NXT on the regular except for Lewis, so we don't get to talk about him very much. This man is going to be like the guy in 7 or 8 years, and it's going to be insane. He's incredible. He's 19. He is younger than everyone on this podcast.
He's 19. It's insane how amazing he already is. And I got the honor to step in for Lewis last week and do NXT and talk about Javon as he stepped up to the plate against Ilya Dragon in an amazing match.
That's the best. The entrance, first of all. How do you...
Over the table. Hey, you jumping over the table into the ring. That boy is insane. He's going to be amazing. And like I said last week, to that one podcaster man who's out there being racist and ugly, you don't deserve to even speak that man's name. You aren't even eligible to hold his boots. So
period, Lana.
I know who you are. I don't know who you are, but you certainly do. And
trust me, you can find it if you get online.
All you got to do is look it up, and then you'll find.
You know me, I'm Wes, and I'm chronically offline. So
have you both mentioned who you shortlisted? Both teams.
Yes.
Oh yeah, a couple of people we shortlisted that weren't that we didn't end up taking. Like we mentioned, Dragon Lee was on our shortlist, and he almost was selected. Dijak was actually a last-minute grab because he was lower than a decent chunk of people on our list. So I'm happy we got him.
No, and most of our shortlist was actually drafted, so you all did very well in that fact. I mean, Mello. Jake Cargill was on the shortlist, Mello.
AJ Styles.
And Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green was on our shortlist too.
A lot of our shortlist was not drafted, but that was probably with intent of picking the ones that would not be drafted to bring into NXT to give them new life. Going from the top, Tatum Paxley. We wanted to keep Tatum. I think Tatum's one of the best women
She's great.
Now. Sean Spears, Ridge Holland. I'm liking what they're doing with Ridge right now. The Final Testament. We had the Final Testament shortlisted. Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Dexter, Tegan. We had Tegan, Wendy Chu. We're not sure what's happening with Wendy Chu right now. I think
she's been off TV for a year.
Yeah, so we need to give her something. Ivy Nile, Akira, Ashanti, and Cedric's team that they got right now.
Oh, Rags and Riches.
Yes.
Oh, that would have been a good shout.
And Sonia Deville. She's been away. I don't know what her situation is right now, but I think...
Yeah, she tore her ACL in July. So soon-ish, hopefully.
Soonish, hopefully, but I wouldn't mind being on NXT when she comes back. I think. Of
course, and final, I guess, question to wrap up everything, but I think it'd be very interesting for everyone personally. The one that got away, in your opinion, was there any where you're like, oh man, a real shame to see him go? Was there any that you feel like was the one that got away?
Braun Breaker for us.
Braun Breaker was a painful one for us. Also, Dragunov was very high on our list as well. So we were feeling it when that came out. We were like, oh, okay, we move.
We moved. We got to shift.
I don't know if there's anyone that got away. I mean, you took away Carmelo, but me and Donovan were like, that's going to happen anyway. So we were fine with losing Carmelo.
Well, we also had Bronson Reed on a short list as well too.
Ooh.
We were interested in Bronson Reed. Yeah,
Bronson.
That makes sense. And Lewis, honestly, Javon Evans.
It's Javon Evans, yeah.
Yeah, Javon Evans would have been that one to get away, and you were able to make sure it didn't. So,
yeah. So my question for everybody in the comments after you watch this video: who do you think we missed out on? Is there anybody that you're like, oh, you all forgot to draft? I don't know, Jasmine Nix from NXT or like.
And also, tell us which brand do you think has the best team in the comments. We know it's the A show. We know it's SmackDown, but let them hear it in the comments.
How many times
so you were right the first time. It is the A show, and it is Monday Night Raw, obviously.
How many times are we going to get CM Punk mentioned in the comments? That's the thing.
None of us drafted Punk.
Yeah, nobody.
Well, he'll be all right.
He's gonna be staying on Monday nights, and that's fine. You know, it's fine for us. You know,
yeah.
doing our thing. Yeah.
Well,
nice
on that, beautiful gowns indeed. On that note, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to get out of here because, I mean, we all know who got the best roster on this, and that is the Blue Brand.
And
but
XT.
we thank. Yeah. Sure. But yeah, we thank y'all for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think. Y'all heard all the things. Subscribe to this channel. Y'all, if y'all stuck around this whole time, y'all need to really subscribe to the channel. You stuck around through the mess, the confusion, the technical issues. You really enjoyed this.
Everything.
You really did.
It was like a Kevin Dunn presented Cup Ringside.
The next draft will be so much more better and well put together. But this one, you know, you stuck around. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. We dropping videos all the time. We got the Bray Wyatt documentary conversation is coming out this week as well. So you might want to see that. That documentary was great. If you haven't checked it out, we're going to be talking about it. We got SmackDown coming up. We got NXT coming out. We got Raw Take coming out. So do check the notifications, do all the things. Subscribe. We want to get more subscribers to this channel and build up the absolutely. Subscribe to our main channel at the Cup Pod. Subscribe to the Cup TV. Subscribe to the Cup ESC. All of those channels, and join the membership channel to get early access and exclusive content across all 4 channels. Do all the things. Follow us. Let me put the banner back up. All the things that we do here. Follow us at the Cup Pod on all of our socials on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. You can follow all of us on either Twitter or Instagram. They're all down there below. Get your Cup merch at LanaGsCreations.etsy.com. And yeah, we're gonna get out of here because I'm losing my mind right now. I don't know what to do. But yeah, cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Excited to watch the actual draft on Friday.
Right.
Absolutely.
They're bringing it to the A show.
Yeah, they are bringing it to the A show on Monday.
Absolutely. They started on Friday.